You know when you got a bunch of expensive cameras in your face recording stuff, and some of them are up close, and then they yell cut, and you're like, okay, that seemed like it went well, and you go over and you have a little tickle in the nose, and you go, oh, what the? And you had a little robin. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, with the cameras pointing in my face, letting me know I had a fucking bat in the cave.
Well, hello, boys and girls.
Hi.
What a wonderful day it is today in our money-based economy. Well, sit back and relax and get ready for the guy who's about to ruin everything.
I'm puzzled. Are you really seriously suggesting that Jesus Christ was a mushroom?
Wait,
Damn straight.
Jesus was a mushroom, Roberts.
Yes. You are dealing with a secret cult, a secret society.
Welcome to Waning Interest.
Welcome to the Waning Interest Podcast, number 125, March 19th, 2024. The Babbling Dabbler, the smallest click on the internet, the pinball brain in your favorite machine. It's like a diary or a book, but definitely not as stale and definitely not as coherent. And why did that have to make that little clippity-clappity, plop-plop, blip-blip? Whatever, let me finish my shit from a more mentally challenged Forrest Gump. Or if Mikey Mouth from the Goonies played a lot of bareback leapfrog and then, hi. Do you hear the squeeze? Did you hear the pop? That's what it sounded like when I was born. And then you go to the Patreon. It's all in the description. Patreon, the Instagram. See how that had, there was no, what's the word? It starts with an S. Susie?
Synchronicity?
No, good one. I'm glad you said that word. But there was no a real move into the next thing that I was saying, and now I've blown it because
segue. I'm sorry.
The segue was really, but there's another
coming from
word
two radio people.
Yeah, and I was trying to do it on purpose, and it sounded cool at first. Then I had to explain myself for some reason. But anyway, description.
That's all right.
Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, all the stuff. There you go. Anyway, let me get this ready. Bam, zing. Oh, there you go. Hi, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm good here, Ripping my crew, HZ Westside Suburban Moms. What up? Bust out the Chardonnay. I thought of it because I had the roller in my hair earlier, so
Oh, that was great.
Like the suburban mom.
That was great when I popped that up. When I was like, "What's in her hair? Oh my gosh!" You know what? I think I should do that. See, yeah, your hair looks better than mine.
Get some curls in there.
How's that?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
you need more layers.
This is the apparently I don't know what is it with. What is it with with ladies that for some reason like that just got out of bed hair on dudes?
They like it.
A lot of them seem to. How long that
I don't know.
I just couldn't do it. My ex-wife always wanted me to do that, and I just couldn't.
That look,
and then I'd go, and then I'd straighten it out. You know what it looked like. My
dude hasn't had hair in almost 20 years.
My dude.
So I wouldn't know.
Your dude, were you representing? I don't know what you did there.
West Side. Wait a minute.
Oh, the thumbs. Yeah, let's watch the thumbs again. I just remembered that from Saturday.
Well, I just started, so I'm right here.
If you haven't seen Whip 124 yet, you must. Susie, oh boy, what a character! That was a fun 3 hours. Murdered.
It was. I remember about 2 1/4 of that.
Isn't that the best part?
I watched it back. I'm like, I really said that? Wait a minute.
I know. I've done a lot of these alone. So, like, I said all the words. So it's really hard to remember. Especially when you're making it up as you go, like Indiana Jones. I got the jacket. You know what I'm saying? I got the jacket. That's what I'm saying. Just what? So the bat in the cave story, so that comes from this little stuff here. So the Lords, like I told you, I think I said it on Saturday that today we were going to be doing this thing in a TV studio at Channel 5, Portland. So we did, and anyway, that was where that happened, where we went through a tune, and I'm sweating under them lights, and I was wearing Steve's leather jacket, so it's trying to look like we were on the, Smothers Brothers, or you'll see, or the, Ed Sullivan or whatever, back when the Doors, of course, and trying to do that, and the guys are all supposed to get dressed up. Dennis and Steve, what is this? What are you doing? I thought we were dressing up like we're okay. I love Dennis, dude. This is all I got. I'm like, oh well, I know I don't have this jacket. I borrowed it from Steve. Remember the hat I was wearing in Light My Fire, and that was Steve's. Just go to Steve's. Go through his closet. What was it saying? Oh, so yeah, I'm sweating as well, and I'm just 3/4 of the way. I can't remember what song it was, but we only did 4. We did Light My Fire, Love Her Madly, Your Lost Little Girl, and Love Me Two Times. Twice. We went through them all twice. After a couple of songs, just warming up, and I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, one of the last ones where I was wearing that fucking jacket because I was getting so goddamn warm, and boom, finish the song, and I step off to go get a drink, and I feel a little tickle, and I went, "What the fuck? Did you guys see that shit?" I don't think it was seen because was it Dino? I guess the guy. He's like, "Don't worry about it. I didn't see anything," and I won't let you. I don't believe him. But anyway, this is what we were doing when that was going down. It was pretty neat. I'm sitting there, I'll be like, "Oh please, this monitor. Is this the part? I was wondering, maybe you pulled the part where I get some feedback and I fucking jump." But I don't think you know where it is. Yeah, you haven't seen the whole thing. I don't even know where it is. I just remember when I jumped. But see, look at, Flash got the jacket. He's got a red shirt. He's flashy. Steve's got this thing on. I don't know.
I guess a beanie?
It's more of like a.
Or like a cap.
More like a rag cap.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like a. Was that it? I think that was it.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
I think that was it when I moved away.
You did something funny, and I yeah.
Let me go back. I think this might be it. Right there. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
All right, I wasn't sure if that was like a Jim Morrison move or what.
They didn't hear it in the control room. They didn't fucking hear it. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And now through the rest of the song, I'm scared it's going to happen again at any moment. So I'm afraid to even fucking open my mouth. I'm keep inching myself to the left away from the monitors so it won't do it again. But, oh, Jesus, I didn't realize the clip you got was so long. You clip them long.
Sorry.
It must be from being a cubano.
So, you snorted. So speaking of wardrobes, is Dennis doing the Steve Jobs? Is that what that was?
That's exactly what he looked like. That was great. Yes, I would say. Oh, hi, Jeff. How do? Nice guitar. Rock on, dude. Yeah. So that was early on. So that was before. That was before I really got started sweating, and that was before the bat in the cave or the robin. It was green, so you might as well. Or is it the Riddler in the Riddler or the Joker in the cave? Because only usually black after, and I just I got nothing. Boom. I know what it is.
What?
Jelly beans are hitting.
Oh, the jelly beans.
The jelly beans. Yeah.
And the tea. How many teas so far?
No, this is only 3.
We didn't start counting yet.
It's only 3.
Okay.
I had a couple when I got back. I thought I was gonna. Well, I did. I had a couple while I was there. Just nobody knew it because it was in a Gatorade bottle.
Oh, is that what thing's in that Gatorade bottle?
Um,
Sneaky. Sneaky.
well, I had to, but Steve brought 1 beer, and that was it. And like, what the fuck is that, dude? What kind of shit is that? You bring 1, but we were lucky to even, we were lucky to even bring that, and everybody be cool with it. But yeah, nobody seemed to know because the tea doesn't smell. It's not doesn't have a super alcohol stench to it, so nobody asked anything. But it was also not in front of me. It was a Gatorade bottle off to the side, which originally, it's right there.
Yeah, that's what I said. So that's what's in there.
Yeah, I forgot. This is early. This clip is early. This is because I think it was after this song or the next. I think this might have been right when we were. This might have been one of the warm-ups. But yeah, and then they asked me if I could take. I didn't think that was in camera view. The 3 cameras. There's.
And we only have
there's
this.
4 cameras rolling. There's 1 to the left. There's 1 to the right. There's 1 in the middle, and then there's somebody roaming around with 1. So I just assumed it wouldn't be. It would be fine because it's sort of off, and then they asked me to move it away, and it's kind of a good thing because I would have drank it faster.
So
but
the video
it kept me from having something to do while the guys are playing it because that's what I usually do is maybe have a swig.
Right.
Well, because I don't want to. It's about the music. I don't want to be a front man that hey, look at me while the guys are playing. It's gross.
Yeah. The video you sent me is all from this angle, though, from this camera.
This is my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is not from one of their cameras. No, this is just from my phone that was sitting in the back, just like when I record rehearsal.
Your phone did a better job tonight. I'm impressed because it actually sounds much better. Maybe it's because you're in that studio and not in like a bar.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't think it sounded that great.
It sounds much better. Mm-hmm.
It's weird how it goes so watery when somebody talks. And I don't know, just when it's all the sounds because it's just it's an open thing. I don't know. I'm not even though I was in radio, I'm not that techie, but it's from all the sounds bouncing into each other, and it clips many of them. So and that makes it sound a little watery, but it doesn't matter. It's not for the sound. It was just basically to sort of remember until
get some video.
Yeah, and just remember what like I said, I record it all the time when we do rehearsals. So then I send the guys the link, and then so we can watch and see what we have to fix. Just like recording, stand-up set. You'd record it, so you go back and listen, and to fix mistakes and add things that happened that that came off the cuff that worked, and keep that. You go back through, so you get better by, minimizing your mistakes, of course, your boo-boos.
Yep.
So,
I hear you.
It's certainly not for quality when I record the rehearsals or whatever. But it's kind of neat with the lights and everything, and and I did a pretty good job hanging the banner. I had to do that.
Oh, did you?
I'm the fucking roadie along with the lead vocalist.
Yeah, not bad.
And when I first got there, I'm like, how am I going to... Steve's just like, here you go. What am I going to do? But it's actually kind of easy. And it was a lot easier than hanging it at fucking Lenny's. That's for sure. That was a lot more difficult.
That bar was there for you to hang it? It was already there?
No, that's actually that pole is right there in front of me. And it's right there. I got my pole, my big.
You took your own pole then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My big pole's right over there, and I hang my thing from my pole, and but then I have to hang the pole from another pole, and it gets, and then pretty soon you get this smelly orgy. So, but no, it's what happened. We have the it's got the little. The banner's got, holes in it all the way across the top. What is it? Grommet holes. And,
okay.
And then we got hooks the hooks are perfect for the pole. You know, they slide perfectly right on that pole, up and down, slide. You know, it's
Yep.
just,
Yep. Great.
you know, boom, bang, and then you hang then you tie, you know, you tie a thing around your pole, some rope around your pole, you know, so, you know, it gets really full, and it's stiff, so it holds up your bag,
Wow.
and I was just trying to see how long I could take that.
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Where's the punchline? I don't know. I don't know.
It just keeps going
just
and
keeps
growing
going.
and growing.
Anyway, yeah. And then but the real bitch is when the thing, because it's usually rolled up. I've got, you know, it's in the Jeep. It's rolled up in a bag, and so then when you do hang it like that, but then the bottom, of course, starts curling up. But we figured out we have a thing, and I kept the stuff that they put on my thing to, you know, to hold it. I kept it. I kept the cock ring, and it's more of a Brazilian wax ripper thingy. What it looks like, and it's stiff. Of course, it's very stiff.
Of course.
And you know, anyway, we gaff taped it on the thing, and it held it. So the banner, obviously, you know, as you can see, look better, came out better than it does at Lenny Eddie's. But also on what's his name's page, Luigi's. You can see in the description of 124 on YouTube and all the audio only. Put the links in for put the link in for Light My Fire, and on Luigi's page, his YouTube page, you can also see the interview. And what else was I gonna say? Shit, on his page. Shit, what was I trying to say? Fuck, shit, piss.
In the
twat.
description of 124, you said?
Yeah, but why was I saying to go to Luigi's page to see something that wasn't us? Oh, a whole bunch of music, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
A whole bunch of stuff that doesn't have many views. I mean, some great shit. I shared it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, you shared some of the musicians that are on that page, yeah.
Yeah, some badass stuff. I'm like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there, you know, it just came up because of playing stuff from his page before, and just, when I hit the music, and just something popped up. I'm like, what the hell is that? I've never heard that. And I went and I looked. Oh, that's from his page. Holy shit. What else, though? There was something else on Luigi's page. I don't know. Fuck it. Move on. Hey,
Well,
how are you?
It was your interview. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. And then the interview. That was fun. And we could probably play that if we want.
Okay.
Wow. I just had to look at this again. Because it didn't look that good on my phone when I pulled up on the computer. Because it's all the strip. And because you cropped it. Because it was, the long way instead of the thick way.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about, the mushroom. It looks pretty cool. Look at the ray, and look. Ow! God damn! Whoa! I just had that memory just shot through me. A fucking jolt. Oh man! And it's so funny. Nobody else is affected. Like that blast of feedback, and everybody else like, yeah, what's up? Like, how do you not react? And that's the thing. And I'm kind of like I've started to realize that's part of the bad part of acting training, because you're trained to react and react correctly. And just that's what you're not an actor if you're I hated being called an actor. I hated calling myself an actor. I always call myself a reactor, because that's more what you're supposed to be doing. But now the point is that now I'm like, I can't not react. So everybody else is just fucking. I mean, like, it's one of those things. Nothing against the guys, but it's a moment that I was like, made me feel like I was in Zombieland again. Like, how the? Because if you play it back, maybe we can play it. Yeah, because we can't do 5 seconds. That's what it is, right?
5
right?
seconds.
Is it 5 seconds? Where is it?
Can you put the sound on, or does it have to be me?
I can do it, but I'm trying to figure out where it was. Right there. Okay. Oh, you caught the end of it right there, right? You
Oh
heard
yeah,
it?
I heard it.
Everybody else is, just da da da. This is like, ow! And now I don't know where, and everywhere I move, I'm like, oh, am I going to cause it again? Anyway, fucking A.
Let's see.
But at the end of it, though, at the end of the day, you know how I felt? You don't even react to it anymore. Just like, oh, that's right, you sleep with him. Oh, have I said sorry? Just kidding, Juan. Love you, buddy. Thanks for letting me have your wife. I like to say that without it being bad. Thanks for letting me have your wife. Oh my God.
Oh, I think we can do the interview.
We're only 21 minutes in. What else we got?
That's all right.
Oh, that's what I wanted to. I forgot about that. Another thing that popped up, which is nice. You know, Pat McAfee is. Used to be. He's a big. He's got a big sports show that has grown on YouTube. He used to be a punter in the NFL. He was a punter for the Colts. He's cool and everything, and that's where I'm sure you've heard of all the stuff that happened with Aaron Rodgers being in the news every once in a while because he said this, said that. Well, usually when he said it, he was on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, okay.
So because I don't really watch Pat much. I usually just watch clips here and there, and it's very rare now. But one of the things that popped up in my feed, because I'm subscribed to his YouTube page. Jordan Poyer releases footage of his and Aaron Rodgers' recent ayahuasca trip. Yeah, so of course I hit play, and it's just a little. What is it? It's only a 6-minute clip on Pat's page, of course. And there's footage of them at the they went ahead and shot some stuff just of being at the resort that they went to. I think Costa Rica. And just the way that, even though Pat's never done it, but because he's listened to Aaron talk about it so much and he's learned more about it, over this whole thing, the way he's sitting there talking about fixing, these people are going to fix their brains. What are you picking on them for? It works. And he talks about PTSD soldiers, and I've been pushing maps for years thanks to Claire. Why is my nose itchy? Oh, because my hair's tickling.
Your hair's in your nose.
Another fucking Robin in the cave. Oh, no, that's definitely the Joker.
Clip. Let me get that time.
Sure. Shit. Fuck was I saying? Oh, maps. And, Claire with her ibogaine clinic in Mexico. Her second one now. She used to be in right in Playa over the border, San Diego, but now I think she's still got the place down in it's San Francisco Narit, I think it is called. It's pronounced. Fucking looks like Bora Bora if you pull up pictures.
Really?
Pretty amazing. Oh yeah, go down there and do ibogaine. But usually when you're going to do ibogaine, a lot of those people are really sick, addicts. So it's not like a vacation really, but. It's nice to go and do that and do it in warmth and in a vacation spot like that. But the way that the way that Pat talks about, it talks about you can see it in their eyes. He's like, dude, look at that. See, look, I've been saying this shit for years, and now Pat McAfee says it. Oh well, now we're going to. That's why I'm the smallest click on the internet. They're all stealing my fucking material. Like it's mine. Well, I make it mine. I make it mine.
I mean,
Talk
this is
about
cool.
what I care about. What's up?
All these pictures are just of the resorts where they're
on
the water in Bora Bora. I would just, show pictures of the actual
place.
Yeah. It's all of them. Wow. But it's beautiful.
Put it.
Let's see if I could find something.
Put it up.
Yeah.
What's this here?
That's the interview, but here's
Oh.
But let me put the picture up. Oh, of course.
Oh,
it's
you
a
use the same
travel
thing? Same thing?
website. Yeah, but hold on, because no, that's a travel website.
Whatever, man. Yeah. See, you can't hear mine, can you? Here, I'm clicking my
Nothing
mouse.
is
Listen. You don't hear anything, do you?
There's Bora Bora. But see, you can see the
Right.
those things back there. Enjoy an unforgettable experience. But see, look, every picture.
Now, pull up what the place that where Claire has her thing, San Francisco Not Eat. I think that's how you pronounce it. Probably wrong, but
How do you spell it?
Just put Mexico and then start with San Francisco. I mean, then finish with San Francisco and it'll come up, I'll bet. It's the other San Francisco. On the bottom of the West Coast.
Oh, and it's called the San Francisco of Mexico.
Is that, yeah? It's been a while since I
Oh,
looked it up.
Nayarit.
Nayarit? I assumed it's pronounced Narit. But
Yeah,
I'm just being a douche
I don't know.
because you know what? When I do the douche thing, it makes me feel. What happened? What happened?
Like something. I don't know.
It makes me feel.
The picture's loading. What happened?
Oh, it's because I'm trying to hit the
¿Qué
wand
pasó?
thing while you're doing something. What the hell, dog? All right. I was trying to.
Well, let me get out of this. I'll get out of this.
For some reason, the
Let's
wand
try it
thing
again.
won't play.
There it goes. It just played. Did you
why
hear
would
it?
that? What? So I only heard the.
Play it
I
again.
just heard like the last. I didn't.
Let me
hear
mute
much.
this one. How about now?
All right,
Did
you
that
got a
work?
little bit of it. It worked better than
You
the
heard
last
it,
one
yeah?
for sure.
I think it's because I'm sharing the audio so you can play the interview. That's why.
Oh.
That's
Probably
what
shouldn't
happened.
even play that. I mean, really, is that going to be fun to play? I don't know.
You don't have to.
I don't know. But the ayahuasca thing. But the ayahuasca. Oh, yeah. Oh, put that back up. Were you still doing something?
No.
With pictures or whatever? No.
No.
But how nice, though, that, you got Ron White, who who's been on Rogan and many other podcasts talking about how, ayahuasca helped him quit drinking. Of course, the Aaron Rodgers thing and many others. I can't think of any, but I know there's a bunch. I just can't think of names. But it's just nice to see that that pop of more and more folks finding out what that shit is, so they can go. Like it says, like even the way like Pat said, trying to fixing their brains. And who was it? One of the guys was trying to fuck with it, and he was saying something about working out, or they get rest and something about physical part. And Pat's going, yeah, but this is for the brain. Just the way he said it was just funny. You see the clip. Anyway, that was a nice thing to see this morning before I went off to get zapped. Get zapped. That looked pretty good, though, huh? I thought
You got out.
I thought we were gonna look a lot cheesier.
Yeah,
But,
you got all gussied up.
I told you. Remember the shirt? That's
Yeah.
the shirt. It's the same shirt. But that's Steve's jacket. That's not my jacket. I borrowed it from Steve because I don't have my jacket looks more like Indiana Jones, and I wanted something that more looked kind of like Flash, but
Yeah.
but not like Flash. And of course, Flash and wait, is Steve wearing? No, Steve didn't wear shades. Dennis was gonna wear sunglasses. He had them on, but then he took them off. So it's just me and Flash wearing shades.
Is Steve wearing suspenders, or is that a vest? Steve's the drummer, right?
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Well, at least he's wearing a shirt.
It looks.
Right?
I don't even remember now. Doesn't look.
Might be
like
a vest.
Anything. Man, I'm lost. It's been that kind of a day. But see, also we were hoping that I was hoping that we were gonna have 2 other risers. So it would look more like that's what I want. That's what I wanted to do because of that. Pulling that up. Pull up if you can pull up pictures of the Doors on the Smothers Brothers or Ed Sullivan. So you can sort of see what we were going for. For those, watching and not just listening, which there are a lot of those. It's so funny how many, I love it how that many people prefer the audio only version. Like I told you, the guy that does the Neil Rogers radio stuff, the Twitter and the YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like I told him, New Whips out. I talk a bunch about IOD, Phil Hendry, and Neil. Okay, I don't see it up on the Overcast thing that he pulls it off. I'm like, I haven't put the audio up yet. He goes, all right, I'll listen when it comes out. I'm like, YouTube's right there. But he went and looked at it anyway, and he actually shared shit. He's cool.
Trying to get one that's in color and not black and white.
I think it's the one I should have looked on my phone first to tell you. I can't remember if it's the Smothers Brothers, and I think the Smothers Brothers is the one where Robbie's got a black eye.
This one's kind of, I have to share. Hold on.
Don't need that no mo. Ding diddling diddling ding 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 diddling ding 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 ding. Here, watch a video, folks, with no sound while Susie does her magic. And why won't it pull? It didn't come up. I don't know why.
Right
there
here.
you go.
It's kind of a blurry picture, though.
No, it's okay. Well, you kind of get what we were going for.
That's them on Smothers Brothers, I believe. That's what came up.
Okay, well, it's Robbie that's up on a thing back there, but Ray is still on the floor. Okay. And John, of course, is on a little bit of a riser. And which one is that from? That's from.
Well, when I looked
Smothers
up, it
Brothers?
says, it says Smothers Brothers on there, but it looks like, I don't know if it's the same.
It looks kind of different. Oh, because I think that might be a different song where because Jim had a jacket on, and then they did another song.
It's the same black shirt, right? This one here. It's the same shirt.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's the same because it has that letter in the back.
And in that,
he had a string.
But the funny thing is about that performance, he's the only thing that's live.
Oh, really?
Everybody is miming except for Jim. Jim's the only one. He's singing to a track, and it's so stupid because they got all the musicians there.
They did that to Queen.
Maybe is that the one? Is that the one? Maybe that's the one, or it was maybe. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, Robbie talks about it and you could tell anyway.
They did that to Queen when they did their first TV. I forgot what show it was, but they didn't let him sing, or they had them sing to a track. I believe so.
So even the vocals were.
I think so. They did. She's a queen, Killer Queen. There we go.
Killer Queen.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, I remember, because I knew about a Queen a little bit, of course, from the radio and stuff, but I didn't know a whole lot. And then my stepbrother and I used to go over to a neighbor's house who was a bit older, and he was a guitar player, and hang out with him and his wife, and smoke a little weed, and they'd play fucking deep cuts. And that was when I first heard "Keep Yourself Alive." I was stoned, and I was like, "Holy shit, I love this song! Keep yourself alive, keep yourself alive." Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, don't want to get a copyright. But is that the same show?
Yeah.
I don't know what the microphone. I don't know if that was actually his.
It looks like the same. Yeah.
That golden microphone. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only time I recall ever seeing it with all the shit that I've seen.
Let's
Not
see
that
if we
I'm,
can see it on here. Oh yeah, it's probably theirs.
because like, you know, if you watch the Hollywood Bowl, the microphone is like half the size. It's like it's his microphone in the Hollywood Bowl is really weird, real tiny.
Do you
know, kinda
remember?
like-
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, that was where I was ending that. Kind of like,
No. Okay.
what were you
I
gonna
was
say?
gonna say. You were talking about microphones. Do you remember the ones that I think it was like maybe late 70s, early 80s, that it was just like a long stick and it had like a little ball on
Oh
the
yeah,
top?
yeah, like the
Did you
one
ever see
that
that?
what was it? Bob Barker used to have it on Price is
Yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah,
also what's his name?
Monty
Match
Hall.
Game. The Match Game guy.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that show, Match Game? Yeah,
Gene
Gene.
Barry.
Sorry, we forgot your last name, Gene.
I think it's Gene
Yeah,
Barry.
something like that. He had one of those too. Those were weird. Oh, and maybe Richard. What was his name on Family Feud?
He was also on Hogan's Heroes.
He used to kiss
Richard.
everybody.
Yeah, Richard. Son of a bitch.
Hold on.
Jesus.
Um,
I must be 52 or something. I can't remember names anymore, and that's a name that I used to be able to pull right straight out of my pocket.
I know. Me too.
Richard. Now I. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Richard Dawson.
That's what I was said.
Oh,
that's
you did.
what-
I
No, I
wait,
didn't.
Let me clean my ears.
Richard
I think
Dawson.
Richard Dawson had one of those too.
Mm.
Those
Yeah.
weird microphones.
Jeffrey, no way, Jeffrey. You heard the Doors light my fire on the radio today? No way. That's insane. You know what's funny about being in the Lords is before that, family Freud, before the Lords, usually when with Doors stuff, I would not listen to Light My Fire. I was so sick of it. It was kind of like Sweet Child of Mine with Guns N' Roses. I'd prefer not to listen to it. And now I have to fucking perform it.
Now you have to listen to it.
And I think did I tell you in the original conversation with Dennis after he emailed me through my Craigslist ad, in the original conversation on the phone, like, okay, I just have one rule. No Light My Fire, man. Come on, everybody does it. And he agreed. And now we do it.
But
But it's fine.
Anybody that's gonna go see a Doors tribute band is gonna expect you to do
Yes, I know.
that song.
I know. I finally caved. I didn't have to finally.
Mm.
I think it was as soon as they said let's do it, I went okay.
Yeah.
The only 20th Century Fox is the one that I always get scared at because I always forget which voice to use, where to go and push from, and you don't have to push. And I always, because there's some stuff where it seems like I have to remember. Okay, when I listen back to it, you got to listen a little deeper because it sounds like he's really pushing, but he's not really. It's the it's how it was recorded. I mean, there's times where he is, of course, but anyway, there's times where when I push when I should pull, and I'm learning because I want to see that squirt. I want to get to the end. This is the end.
Well, you
Squirt,
gotta get one
squirt,
of those
squirt.
belts.
My only friend. Squirt, squirt.
So
Hey,
you're
lady.
gonna
What?
get one of these belts?
No,
One of those.
absolutely not. That's the closest I'm going to do anything with the gym things today. Is that I do a little bit and sort of. Because I stand there kind of the same as he did, but it's the easiest way to do it. Try to stay still. But yeah, but when we do stuff, we're sort of like, I don't know. It's kind of cool where you can see it, but I don't know. Kind of like you got that there, and I would say that this is it's got that flavor.
It's got the feel.
It's at least it's just we're like Flash says in the interview. He tells Luigi. I think that's what I was talking about with maybe it was the interview. Where he's like, we're not, and I said it too. I think we're not a clone we're just trying to get the essence, and of course, the more you can sort of a little bit of the look, but not completely rip it off or whatever. I'm never gonna wear leather pants. Never. And I'm mostly gonna look like at any show that you go to. I'm not even gonna look like that at any shows. I'll probably always be wearing a junkyard T-shirt and blue jeans. Sometimes maybe black jeans, like those ones.
All right.
What's up with Jeffrey? You gotta calm down there. Who's Michael? Wait a minute. Who? Oh! I was
He's the one who
sorry.
He wrote Family Freud.
My glance. I thought that was Jeffrey as well.
No.
Sorry. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought. What the hell was I saying? Some bitch. Oh, we're not. Yeah, and obviously, Densmore didn't have glasses, so Steve's fucked. So, no. But anyway, at least, of course, you got to stop saying, you twat. The Lord, I didn't mean that. The logo, it's, oh my God, is.
How long ago did you have that gummy or
based?
Jelly bean?
It was it's about an hour and 10 minutes.
Blues Magoos.
Anyway,
Who is Blues Magoos?
let's just end it there with. It's a good thing that he made me move my drink away, because I would have fucking drank it a lot faster, and then I would have gotten into the McGillicuddies that I brought, those little bottles. I didn't touch those because those were backups, and I thought we were going to be there a lot longer too.
Mm-hmm.
But we did 4 songs twice. Well, a couple of them 3 times. There was a couple just to warm up, get going, and they hadn't even started rolling yet. They were catching all, making sure they had the sound down and everything.
Michael, who is Blues
A
Magoos?
little sound check.
Who is Blues Magoos?
So a Blues Magoos tribute band. I don't know what that means, Holmes. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Blues Magoos.
I know Blues Clues. That's because I had a little girl.
Oh, I know Blues Clues. I know. Now, which one were you though? Who did you have? So you must have already had the second guy, because Riley and I had to go through the switch.
I had the guy that got in trouble.
Because Riley's older.
Yeah.
The guy that got in trouble.
Yeah, they fired him for something. I don't know.
Which one is that? The second one or the third one?
It might have been the second one.
Because there's 3 guys.
Yeah.
Because the first guy didn't get, or maybe you can't be talking about the first guy. What shit?
Maybe.
Oh man.
Might have been the first guy.
Blues Clues dudes. Just like me and my dad. Booze Cruise dudes. Blues Clues.
I thought he got fired because he got in trouble for something.
Oh, I think you're right. That would have been Steve, the first one, Steve Burns.
Yes, it was Steve. Yes, Steve. That's the one that she used to watch.
And he's now actually the writer and director on the new show, apparently.
Oh, look at that.
And he makes guest appearances. And the second guy was Donovan Patton.
Mm-mm.
And then there was the Hispanic, dude afterwards who I ain't pronouncing that name. That's bullshit. So you actually had Steve. Mm-hmm. So you were watching the reruns before, because Steve was, because Riley's what, 5 years older, 6 years older than Sarah?
5, yeah, 5 years older.
So she must have started on reruns or whatever, because when Riley was little, that's when they had the little switch where Steve went off to college. And Donovan Patton came in. I can't remember what but that's not his name on the show, though. His name wasn't Donovan, I don't think. He went by something else. And I ain't looking it back up. I didn't care for him.
Man. I watched so much of that kid's programming that I remember.
Oh, what sucks also is, that my kid, with Riley, when she was not allowed in my place, wasn't no Disney, because I couldn't stand the super overacting by all the kids on those shows.
Mm-hmm.
And, Disney, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I just thought the Nick stuff was better. It was. And And now they've got this documentary thing out, this docu-series out, just going through all these kids talking about how, you know, it's making Dan Schneider
Did
look
they?
more bad, I
Oh,
guess.
that's right. The Dan Schneider thing. Yeah. No, but I was going to say, I used to watch that so much with her that sometimes, like, she'd go to sleep and I'd turn the TV back on and it was like on Nickelodeon and I'd sit there for like, I don't know how long watching it. After a while, I'd realize, I'm like, why am I watching this? She's not even here. Oh,
iCarly, yeah, we watched every I've seen
that's
the
when she was
original
like, yeah,
iCarly. Yeah, I think I saw every episode at least 5
that
times.
one. And what was the other
I
one?
did
There
like
was
Spencer.
another.
Spencer's fucking funny.
What was?
What makes you lie? What makes you lie, Mr. Little Larry lies a lot?
There was one where it was the Jessie, right? The
Yeah, there was one
babysitter.
called Jessie. Yeah,
Yeah, she loved that show.
and then at the time, in those days, it was Victorious was on, Victoria Justice, and then there was
Yes.
couple times when we were out that I told you that we had that every Sunday out on the other side of the street next to my building. We had that farmer's market every Sunday, and there was a couple times where I got this yank on my arm. It's like, Dad, what? It's Victoria Justice over there.
Oh, because you used to run into. You were there, yeah. Jason.
Yeah, in Studio City, yeah, used to run into a lot of people. I ran into. Did I tell you the story about Breaking Bad? Peter Gould, the creator of Better Call Saul.
No.
I saw him a couple of times going through, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna go get my oranges and my apples. So I went and got those, and I was coming back. I was going up the other way, and as I'm going up the other way to get some other stuff, he's walking with his wife back the other way, and I went, and he went past me a little bit, and I went, nah, and I went, fuck it, and I turned around and I went, hey, has anybody ever told you you look like Peter Gould? And he knew I was goofing, and so did his wife, and he was like, a lot of times it does happen. And I went, dude, it's so nice to meet you. One of the greatest greatest shows ever, and second greatest show. And I said, what's it like to be the producer of one of the greatest shows ever on television? No, I didn't stick my hand up that far. I was sad. No, he was really cool with just a quick thing. And his wife actually, like, so where do you live? She, got into it, and into the conversation was nice, and and I went, right over there, right there in that building there. Want to come over for tea? So it never happened. Obviously, for some reason my phone, every message just kept bouncing back. Did they block me? No, I didn't get the number. I'm kidding about that. That was Kate Beckinsale.
You still have that restraining order against you?
I told you not to say it on the podcast, dude. It's supposed to be a private thing. Thanks a lot. Jeez, you just did that so you could be like, I should have. I knew
I'm still
I should have.
here.
I knew I
I'm
should
still
have.
here.
I knew I should have dragged what I was saying, because I didn't know how it was going to play back. I was surprised when I watched back. When I watched 124 back, I was surprised how it was working way better than I thought it was working on my end. So I actually got,
For some reason, yeah.
it ended up being a different funny. Cause like watching, go, what am I complaining about?
His wah is like my this, but I'm not there yet.
No,
I'm right here.
it's a school
good.
night. It's Tuesday.
It is a school night. No, not a school night. We're on spring break.
Oh,
But
are
it's
you?
it's a work night. Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant for. That's what I meant.
Sarah's
for you.
on spring break.
It's a school night for you. I don't have a job anymore. I just can't seem to stop saying, you know what? Fuck you. I'm out of here.
God, I envy you there.
Oh man, too many stories. So is the interview up there now? Should we do it? Oh, what is that?
That's
Oh,
still
that's the
this
same
guy.
thing. Oh, God.
I was gonna tell you, I have rollers. We could curl your hair like that.
No, thank you.
It's long enough.
No, thank you. See, that's obviously I changed it up too, where Jim never Delayed
Hold on,
reaction
'cause I
theater.
gotta.
The feedback just looked like you were jamming. I was jamming, man. I was jamming. Let's
Hold
see
on,
it
because I
again.
may need to.
Let's see it again. Where is it? Should be right around here. Nope, right about. It's about 40. Oh, there it is again. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ooh, shit. Ooh, I still hear a little more. Ooh, I still hear it. Ooh, get out of the way. Ooh, move over here. Anyway. Jamming. You know, if there was, maybe if I go back and see, maybe if there was at least a cymbal crash in that spot, then it makes more sense for sure in just the video. But they didn't hear it in the control room, so it didn't actually apparently record somehow. They said they didn't hear a fucking thing. So, but
Okay.
then that was just the rehearsal anyway. That was luckily that's not one of the actual takes that we did.
Juan,
Jess?
he said it looked like you were just jamming. That's what I thought too. That's why I put it in there. That's why I picked
Sweetheart,
that.
I already put that up. I did that a minute ago. I put it up
Oh,
on the
did you?
screen.
Oh, that must have been when I was looking.
Yeah. It's okay. I understand. Yes, I get it. I watched the thumbs.
Blame the Sauvignon Blanc.
Blanc. Mel Blanc.
I took 4 years of French in high school. I remember most of it.
I only took 1 year and I shouldn't have passed. And she passed me just to get me out of the fucking class. I gotta tell you this. Originally, I had 2 teachers. The first teacher, she's gorgeous. And I accidentally once, I've told the story on the podcast before, I accidentally grabbed her in the bug.
Accidentally.
Accidentally? How does that work, Wayne? What the fuck? So we had, the high school was it was my junior year or senior. It had to have been my junior year, not my senior year. Because I didn't go back for French 2. 2-story high school, and the stairwell. We had a stairwell in the middle, as well as both ends of the building. And but the door that you would go down the stair to the stairwell, you would just pull. There was no latch or anything. It was just one of those handle. It was never locked. Well, I was downstairs. I was heading upstairs, and some friends of mine were down the hall. And I had opened the door to go up, and they were blah 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 blah, and then we were having a little conversation. I was holding the door, and la la la. I'm talking to them. I'm trying to get this right for the camera. The door's here, and they're down there, and and then eventually I let go of the door and stayed standing there while I was talking, with yelling. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I know, I gotta go, and then I reached out while I was still talking. I reached back out for the door. Didn't know that she had come down the stairs, was standing there, and had opened the door already, and I just reached out for her, and oh my God, I'm so sorry. She went, it's okay, understood. She totally knew I was not, it was totally an accident. And I went, ooh, sweetheart, nice Brazilian wax.
Oh, wow.
And for some reason, 3 weeks later, she leaves the school.
Oh, come on. Really?
It was my first Me Too. No, she left. No, she left because her husband was in the service, and he got stationed somewhere else, so she had to leave. It had nothing to do with my fingering. So it had nothing to do with.
Well,
It didn't go deep. It was just and it wasn't probably. It was above. It wasn't. It was. Anyway, and then the lady that came in to replace her, poor thing, was her first teaching job. And guess who? Guess who? The first person she gave detention to.
I would never know.
And then during that detention, that first one, she's like, we're gonna make this positive. We're gonna make this productive. In this detention, I didn't want to do this. Blah blah blah. But you're gonna help me learn about what the hell's going on here because I don't, I'm new. So I actually ended up being like kind of her pet.
Her sidekick.
So yeah, her little her Robin in the cave.
I had two French teachers in the 4 years, that I in school. And our first teacher left after 10th grade. Like, she was the best. She went with us to state, took us to Disney, took us into a nightclub. We were only 16 here in Orlando.
Damn, dude.
She was cool. And then the second teacher, she was already there, and they had given her, like, she was doing more than just, the French classes. So she wasn't really into doing the French classes, whatever. So she'd just walk in, give us something, and then she'd leave. And it was because two things. She was dating the history teacher.
Uh-oh.
So,
Pooping
like,
where she eats.
Yeah.
Oops.
So, those two would go off somewhere. And then she was a smoker. So she'd go, this was a Catholic school. She'd go behind the chapel and smoke during during French class. So most of the time, like the last 2 years of my French class, it was just us hanging out in the classroom, just whatever. So we didn't really do much the last 2 years. Those French teachers, am I right?
Am I right? Am I right?
I never touched her hoo-ha, though.
Speaking of hoo-ha, that's one of the jokes on the Terran on my sidekick demo there at the end. There's not at the end. There's somewhere in there where I don't know why, but that's, oh my God, I can't believe how long ago. 25 years ago. Something about French women, and I just start going off about them being hairy and need to, just look dirty, whatever. I don't know. I just remember it because it was on that demo. But yeah. Oh shit! What was the line you just said?
25
How about that?
Years ago. French teachers, am I right?
Am I right? That's it. Thank you.
Am I right?
There, nice donut.
My first teacher in 9th grade for the French teacher, the one that I said was really cool. The first day of class, we walk in, and she was just like stone, like she didn't say a word. And then when she started talking, she was just speaking French. Like, no English, that she just started speaking French. And she would look at us and she'd start speaking French. And like, she was really serious. And we're all sitting there like,
what the hell's
like
going on?
None of us knew French or whatever. And she probably kept it up for like a good 5-10 minutes. And then finally she broke with like a smile. She started laughing or whatever. And then after that, we were all best friends with her for the rest, the next 2 years. But when we first walked in, everybody was like, oh, this is going to be really bad. We're going to have the worst, year or whatever. But yeah, it turned out to be really cool. But she was just talking to us in French.
She had a great opener.
Yeah. Yep.
Scared you and then grabbed you. Oh, geez, another Me Too moment.
I wish she would have stayed the whole time. Oh, well. But we had fun here at State.
What happened? She'd leave because you grabbed her in the... Oh, no. We already made that joke. Sorry. See? You got me back there.
Yeah.
Call myself.
So,
Jazz.
So quiet. Let's take a moment to reflect.
on accidentally grabbing someone in the punani. Or above the punani. Yeah, it was better than that. Got better punani stories. I told her I was going back through the Libsyn stuff to add tags or whatever that it was telling me to do and stuff, or doing stuff and just trying to get better at, stop saying, you fucking asshole. Trying to get better at
tagging things.
No. Getting it out there, doing the thing, doing what you're supposed to fucking do.
Promoting and things like that.
Doing, and so I was scrolling through and going in and editing the, just the description stuff. I wasn't actually listening or watching. I was just going into the description stuff. I was like, oh, Terry Weigel. Oh, this is the one I told the Terry Weigel story. Oh, shit. Now I don't even remember which one it was.
Ugh.
The one where I got her little ring things caught in my tooth because she on stage.
Oh Lord.
The whole thing with David too. You know that story?
David?
Yeah, David had to do it too.
Dave?
Do you know that story? Mike
No.
Church, me and Mike Church and David.
Uh-huh.
I
What?
thought I told you the story. So
Maybe.
David was Mike's producer, and also my roommate, and Church and I used to call into Church. Mike Church used to have me call in as Ace Ventura, and like I did on Ron and Ron, and
Oh yeah. Okay, you might have
and
told me this.
sometimes Mike Tyson, and a couple other voices, whatever. But hung out. I partied with Mike Church. We drank a bunch together, and anyway, he was like, dude, and he was on 7 to 10, and Monday through Friday, and I saw him at one point, like a day before or whatever. He's like, dude, who's gonna be on? Yeah. There's a picture of her on the whip on the thumbnail. He's like, guess who's gonna be on my fucking show, dude? Because I didn't talk to David about Mike's show much. Not that we didn't really, we didn't. And anyway, he goes, Terry Weil's gonna be on my show in studio. Like, get the fuck out of here. The Fredericks of Hollywood chick who then went on to do porn. I used to look at those Fredericks of Hollywood things in this house. Those little, kind of like the what's the other one? What was the other one besides?
Besides Fredericks?
What was the
Those catalogs? Adam and Eve? Adam and Eve?
No, this is before them.
Oh.
What was the other one? The bigger one, the classier one. It's more like the Playboy version of those things. Son of a bitch.
Those things?
Back in the 80s. Those catalogs.
I guess I was a kid back then. I don't know.
You know the name. It's a bigger.
So it's not Adam and Eve.
No. Shit. Somebody's got to know it.
Juan.
Somebody else.
Juan?
Anyway,
Juan.
what the hell was the goddamn point? So yeah. So then.
Victoria's Nightmare?
It's Victoria's Secret.
Secret. Oh, they've been around that long? Wow.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know this.
The Fredericks ones were a little bit naughtier. So they were kind of like the Penthouse, and Victoria's was the Playboy. That's how I looked at it anyway. But and Terry looked like she was like the kind of like the lead model of the Fredericks of Hollywood one. If you go back and see, you could tell there was a couple of them, and she kind of looked like Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science and
Okay.
and the Gene Wilder movie she did with him. And anyway, she married Steven Seagal, poor thing. So,
Oh man.
but anyway, Terry Weigel, blah blah blah. She comes in. So Mike says, "Can you be? You want to? Because the office part is going to be closed. The station, when my show's on at 7. Can you be here and hang out, and you can let her in, and you could be here, Sure. So she comes with her husband, and I don't know if they've been partying or not, but I'm guessing. So they come in, and Mike gives me a T-shirt to give her, and it was either, I don't know if he had his own merch or if it was an IOD shirt. But so right there in there's this little kitchen that's like in the middle of the office part of that building, and luckily nobody else was there, and so I bring them there, and I just kind of like the green room, and I go, you guys could sit here, and I'll go tell Mike you're here, and blah blah blah, I'll get you ready, and oh yeah, Mike wants you to have this T-shirt. She takes off whatever she had right there. It was completely nude. Oh, thanks. Whoop. And then puts the shirt on. I went, whoa, that wasn't expected. And her husband's right there, and he's like, whatever. And so I go tell Mike, and then later on come back out, talk to them a little more, and then bring them into the studio. And I bring them in the studio, and I set him over on the side, up to the board, but off because he's not going to be on the air. And I set her up, or like basically Suds' spot. And with the headphones, and I give her the headphones, and now all she's wearing is just that fucking T-shirt. That's it. And so I kind of lean down. I go, right now, right here's this button. Here's where you can, adjust the volume in your headphones if you need to. And she grabs my fucking head and shoves it right into her. And this is during a commercial break. And you're Mike Church on the other side of the board. And he's like, what? And I went, thank you, but I got to get out of here. You're going on the air. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So then, and she's there because she was there because she was doing an appearance at one of the strip clubs. I can't remember which one in Miami. And that's what happens. You do radio shows to promote your appearances. And when during the Ron show, that's why we had porn stars like the lady who, shot ping pong balls out of her hoo-ha. I held the microphone to that. And the two Rons are actually holding paddles while she's laying on the floor shooting them, and they're actually swatting to see if they could actually hit the fucking thing. Oh my God! While I'm holding the microphone to her hoo-ha. What hilarious. Radio was great, wasn't it?
It used to be great. It really did.
So anyway, so that's why she was in town, and then after the show, they have a great time on the air, and I think Mike had to dump her a couple of times because she swore. And then after the show, her and her husband invited, you coming down to see doing my thing tonight? You guys come down to watch, come see us. I'll put your name, you don't have to pay to get in or whatever. And then we're like, David didn't really want to go, but Mike's like, you want to go, dude? And I'm like, we're going to go have beers anyway. Why not go there? So we do. And we don't realize, though, that at some point during her fucking set, her little thing, she's going to invite us on stage. We didn't know this. So we're just sitting, we're just hanging, watching, doing whatever, shooting the shit, way off in a corner. And then she gets up there and she's doing her thing. And I think about 10 minutes in or 15 minutes in, all of a sudden she says, oh, and now I want to, blah, blah, blah. I was just on the Mike Church show on, she didn't even get the radio station right, but it's okay. She's not from, she didn't know what she's saying. And there, he came to my show because I was on, anyway, so I wanted to, introduce you, whatever. So, and his friends that are here come, and I want them up here too, all three of you. So we're like, what the fuck? What? We're going on stage at a strip club, and we're not even grooms to be to where they beat the shit out of your crotch, What the fuck's going on? All right, I guess we're going, and we were buzzed enough. Anyway, she says, well, I'm going to lay down and and I'm going to put a cupcake. She put a cupcake on her thing, and it's like, you have to see how much icing you can just barely, or see if you can pull the cherry out of that, or whatever. And each time, basically, what she did was she put the cupcake. Mike went first, and then she just grabbed his head and went, kind of like smearing his face into the cup, So we all end up with cupcake faces. Well, when she did mine, when she did that, the little paper thing had slid to the side, she had first. She was actually letting me eat the cupcake. I was actually eating the cupcake, waiting for my head to go. And I'm like, eat it. So my mouth, and then she went bloom, and the paper had gone off, and she just kept doing that, and she had a little ring down there, and at one point, whoop, and I went, wait, and I didn't want to hurt the woman. And she just kept grinding my, like, man, it fucking hurt, actually. It wasn't, it was just like when you're... Oh yeah, God. Great story, huh? Woo! Wow. That's what I wanted to see at the end of that. Great yawn, sweetheart. That was fucking great.
It's the wine.
I know, it's real. That was what...
I was laughing. I was laughing and yawning at the same time.
You were laughing and yawning at... Okay, that's better. So anyway, that's a Terry Weigel story.
Oh, man. Well.
I thought it was going to be a different kind of gushing. Lots of red. Oh, no! That's, I've heard the story. Like, on Ron, I was going to, at one point, I was going to get my nipple pierced for free. And I was finally going to do it because we had a piercing show. And I watched this dude get his ribs done. And they don't go, obviously, around the ribs. It's just the skin, little rack thing. And he has already had a bunch of shit. And I said, man, that's rough. That's really rough. And he goes, oh, dude, it's nothing. Nothing's as bad as the nipple. And I went, hey, you know what, Rick? I ain't going to do it. I'm done. No, forget it. Remember you were going to do after the show? No, forget it. If that's the worst, yeah. So, and then,
Ooh.
because obviously you hear stories of getting them ripped out. And like, so then
Yeah.
imagine that. Getting ripped out of your nipple's hard enough. Now imagine it getting ripped from somewhere else.
Ouch.
Hey,
No.
that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you the feels.
Uh-uh.
Yee-haw.
You know what? Speaking of naked, you know that when I was doing home health full time, I actually had patients in a nudist colony up here.
Up? What do you mean up here?
In Orlando.
Up here?
Here in Orlando?
When you said the last word, I couldn't tell if you said up here or
Up here in Orlando, yeah.
But you're down there. I'm up.
Oh yeah, down
I'm
here.
in Maine.
Whatever.
Man,
To me, you're still in Miami.
Man, I
down
did
here in
hear-
Orlando.
I've heard the story about Cubanos not being able to read a compass. So anyway,
I don't. I'm terrible with directions. I really am.
I'm great with making racial jokes. It's not racist, just racial.
Yeah, I used to go to nudist colonies to see patients.
Didn't you say you've been to the villages too? Isn't that where the big?
No,
where-
but there's not nudist colonies there. They don't have nudist colonies in the villages, as far
No,
as I
but they're
know.
like they're like the ones that have the rampant chlamydia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but
Is that
honestly,
why you go? Is that why you go fix their mental health? Because they're like, oh my god,
No.
I'm 67 and I got chlamydia for the first time in my life.
no, I haven't.
That's what you get for
For
being
me.
retired, lady.
I haven't had that problem so far.
No, not you. I meant the
No, I'm saying I haven't had anybody with that issue so far. But yeah,
because that's what they say. The those retirees, whatever. That's where the highest percentage of STIs, right? It's not
what they
STDs
say.
now. It's not
No,
supposed
it's
to be.
STIs.
Yeah,
Not
it
disease
always should have been
anymore.
because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's an infection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had it right, and I fix that sometimes. It's like what? Some people are like, it still hasn't completely gotten there to in the fix. Like, they're also trying to take the D off of PTSD, just PTS.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I mean, some of them are diseases because it's chronic. HIV, you know.
that's not really chronic now. I mean, there's doctors.
It is
that tell
chronic.
you-
They treat it like a chronic condition, like
Well, they
diabetes.
do.
You're on medication, it controls it.
No, true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But when I had to adjust my brain when you said chronic, because of course I immediately went to weed.
Of course you did.
And I hear
figured.
weed helps with HIV. Of course it does. Helps everything. But no, when I'm saying it, when I was actually, you said diabetes, which is funny because I was going to say that I've heard many doctors say that HIV is easier to treat than diabetes. So that's why I was kind of like, it's not really chronic now. It's they have fucking commercials. They have commercials. Anyway,
Post-traumatic stress divas. He changed the D to divas. That's right, Michael. That's funny. But yeah.
it certainly can be. But
Yeah.
imagine what they've gone through. I mean, we're talking, mostly like with the mostly when I think of PTSD. Of course, many people, but my top thought, because of the MAPS thing, is vets, people who've just watched some nasty shit. But there's all kinds of nasty shit. But that's like the top one I immediate thought. But then of course there is so many other levels and many other things that shit. I might have PTS just from the the shooting story I told. just from that cop not pulling me over and telling me, what the fuck's the problem, dude? Sorry, that's a little reference to a previous whip. Civilized motherfuckers. Where was I going? Hey, did I tell you about ayahuasca? Did I tell you about ibogaine? Did I tell you about mushrooms? Oh, that's something. In all these,
What?
since I, dusted off the whip and came back, put my thing back on. I've almost done. I've not talked at all about mushrooms, have I?
Nope. You have
I
not?
don't recall. It's just in the open, and that's the one of the funny things is there's a lot of people who just assume because they've heard the open and they didn't go much farther because Jesus was a
That's all
mushroom,
you're going to
turns a lot
talk
of people
about.
off. That's what they assume. That's what
Yeah.
everybody assumes. I don't blame them, but I like to pack it into all one. I like to, if I do it, I like to keep it in like the ET one. How about the ET? Did you ever go back and watch the ET one where I explain the fucking movie is all about mushrooms and DMT? It's insane. I love it. Not only do I love that it's obvious, but the best the other part of it that's fun is when I tell people and just it's one of those things where you do it, you say it, even though it's a fact, it's a fucking fact. You do it more also just for the reaction because the reactions are like, what? Like, what the what?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even though so many people have seen that movie so many times, there's not many people there's people that have never seen E.T. and there's that little few that only saw it once.
Wow.
There's nobody it's a very few amount of people that only saw that movie once. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? How many times have you seen it? How many times you show it to Sarah?
I can't even tell you.
I told you, and you know the story about with the Hoffmans. When I first babysat the Hoffman kids, I stopped, what was that, 98? 97, 98, 90, I don't know, 99-ish. Anyway, I stopped at the music store, whatever, and because every once in a while, E.T. would go on sale. It would never like always be on sale like most movies. And it happened to be, the kids are watching E.T. tonight, and I bought that. They still have that video cassette.
Yeah. They told me.
But even, I can't tell you how many fucking times I've seen it. And how many times I wish I knew the number of how many times when I just all of a sudden realized, what the fuck? Wait a minute. I'm seeing all this, and then just putting it all together, all the stuff I've learned mycology wise and the reason, the whole, because of all the stuff behind why I say Jesus was a mushroom, like John Marco Allegro and many other people who are, done way more work than me. I'm just, spitting out their shit because it makes total sense. But when I wish I could remember that moment to where where it hit me. I wish I could remember, and I wish I could remember how many times it was, and it had to be like in the late 20s. How many times I saw that movie before I went, what the fuck, dude? But you know what? One thing I do know where it was in my apartment in Studio City. I know that. I don't remember the moment, but I know that's where it happened. But it's so fucking easy to see. It's kind of like that. I shared a thing. Richard Gage, one architect, and for engineers for 9/11 Truth, been around for a long time, proven shit. And he had a recent tweet showing Jimmy Dore talking about Building 7, and he talked about how it's so easy a child can see it. It's the same fucking thing in ET, and it's even more fun to me. I'm surprised. It surprises me that I don't know. I guess it's just me because I'm one of those people that are like, wait, what did you say? That sounds cool. I'm gonna go fucking watch that shit. But most people and they don't even go look. Even with the simple things but that's why I did that podcast. So go check it out. Not just you, but whoever. If you're new to the whippage.
Everybody.
The whippage. Did I really say that? Who's peeing first, me or you? Me?
Oh,
Thank
man.
you.
Go pee.
Yes, please.
I probably have to do that too. Soon. very soon.
It's all you, Mama.
Yay!
What am I doing?
No
Where am I doing?
gardening
Where,
today,
how do I
though.
do this? Oh, that's right there. And then I can also do this. So
Silly.
where is it? Why don't you do that?
What are you doing?
Nope, I want the other way. The other way. I want Susie bigger. Why won't it do it? Well, that's
Waiting.
No, that's not it. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. I was actually trying to give you the fucking screen. I don't know why it won't work. That's some bullshit right there. There's some solo. There it is. How's that?
Ooh,
And then do
scary.
this, and that'll. Son of a bitch. There you go. Right? How's that? There you go.
Just go pee, man. Go finish your pee break. Lord, I can't with him. So yeah, I used to go to nudist colonies to see patients. The really cool thing is that when you call them to set up the visit, they're like, they'll tell you like, you're coming to a nudist colony, just letting you know, and then they're actually very nice about wearing clothes when you come to see them, so they're not like all naked. Although everybody else you run into is naked. The last time I was there, as I drove in, there's a guy that as I'm driving in, there's a guy working on his trailer, totally naked, just wearing socks and sneakers, and he's like bending over doing something on the floor, completely naked. And then you see the other people driving around on their golf carts nude. The funny thing is they're wearing shoes, but they're totally nude, which is hilarious. But yeah, but no, it wasn't a bad experience, like I said. Yeah, so there was that. And then I just recently saw an old friend of mine, which was really cool. We've been talking for a little bit. Haven't seen her in maybe 7 years or so. It's been a while. And she's got chickens. She's got these big fluffy chickens, and she gave me 3 dozen eggs. Thank you, Melissa. 3 dozen eggs. So I'm gonna make deviled eggs with those fresh eggs. Can't wait. What else did we want to talk about? My old friend. Yeah. So as far as ET, I don't know how many times I saw it. The funny thing about ET, it came out when I was about, I think I was about 12 or 13 when ET came out. And my best friend and I, we went to private school, which is Miami Beach, and like on the same street, but maybe a couple of miles down, there was a theater, probably the most popular theater in the beach area. Theater. Stop it.
Theater. The theater needs you. I'm going off to sell Volvos. There's an old Robin Williams bit.
Yeah, we went one day after school because ET had just come out, and we got there like a few minutes late, and the movie had already started. And the very first scene of ET, it's completely dark. It's like they're in the woods, completely dark. So we go in and we pick like one of the first aisles in the back, and we scoot in, and I put my book back down in the chair next to me, and I sit down, and I end up sitting on a dude's lap.
And you were like Wyatt in Weird Science when he backed into the stall and then shut the door, and then they pan down. You see there was somebody already in there, and you just hear him go, "Well, god damn."
Oh God, we just laughed and laughed and laughed, whatever. And then we moved to somewhere else, but that was funny because it was so dark in there. We had just come in from outside, so we couldn't see anything. Oh, that was back when you could sneak into movies.
Oh yeah, oh the good old days. The second time I couldn't see it. I was supposed to go because I had with the girl that was like my girlfriend at the time. It was supposed to be a little double date thing. And I couldn't go because I was grounded for I don't know. I don't know if it was some stupid thing I did or if it was shit grades. Can't remember. And then, but we still went to the fucking little mall thing where the theater was, and we still saw them there, and they're going into the theater. I'm like, oh, this is fucking torture. This is fucking torture, dude. Because, I thought I was Elliot.
Nice.
Oh, do I have? Oh, I bet they bounced them because they only let me have keep so many fucking pictures in here. Yeah, you sons of bitches. Man, you've got one loud mouse. You need a little mouse catch-up.
I know. I need a new one. I have this big. It's so cordless, but yeah, it is loud.
Here's a good
There's
one.
no silent mode.
Here's a good one for the watchers, not the listeners. If it ever finishes fucking processing, it's just spinning like a dunce. There you go.
Mondo mouse. Yeah.
So notice what I did here, because that's the whole thing. It's got everything right in there, and that's one of the things I point out in that podcast. Where, see, E.T. is wrapped in white. Elliot is wearing a red hoodie, and they're about to fly. And E.T.'s also going to be making the other bicycles behind them fly, and they kind of end up. Shit, I wasn't ready. Damn it! I know I should have gone this. Damn it! I need to get the other pictures ready first. You stupid bastard. This one here. So, just a little run through this, by the way. Is it there? Okay. So first we've got, like I said, E.T. the red and the white part, which represents the red and white mushroom, which is the favorite snack of the caribou, which we call the reindeer, in Siberia area of the world. And they are the animals that are used by the indigenous there, where the whole Christmas thing comes from, because the mushroom grows under the conifer tree, which is what we put in the corner at Christmas. Yeah, the whole thing. And then the toad on the mushroom, the DMT toad, because you've heard of the DMT toad, the whole thing with you get DMT out of the venom of a certain toad, the desert toad, they call it. And
The one you can't, that they lick and they get.
No, you don't lick it.
Not that one.
Those are jokes. That's the one,
okay.
but those are jokes. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
real. That you just lick it.
So you can't lick it. Okay.
No, what you do is you get. Well, you can lick it all you want.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
And the toad too.
The
So,
toad will enjoy it.
Thanks, Neil. So, no, what you do is it's in the venom. I think the secretion venom. It's in the venom, or there's something. Anyway, you take that and you get it out, and you dry it out into a powder or whatever.
Ooh.
And then you take. I think I got this right. Look it up. And you take 3 hits. If you don't take the third hit, you don't go all the way. You get kind of warbly or whatever, because you didn't go all. You have to do it to get there. You take, 1 hit, you take another hit, and that third hit is basically, it's almost like when you read people's, how they describe it, it's like, it sounds like they're talking about Thor with Mjolnir and fucking shooting through the Bifrost.
To the moon, Alice.
You know what I'm saying? And, and it's, it's like a 10-minute thing, but it's like a 10-minute thing, but it's like it's not like mushrooms. It's a lot heavier and whoa. Go listen to Stanhope talk about him and his experience, and of course Rogan and anybody talking about DMT experiences. And it's like you're blasted off to another fucking realm, and you're just basically going home because you're like, oh, but I know this, even though it's some weird shit. There's machine elves, some people talk about. There's all kinds of weird shit, but a lot of it they talk about you see in fucking the Thor movies.
In the movies.
It's like, oh, this is a fucking trip, bitch.
It's my turn. I'll be right back.
So then, okay. But then, like I said, with the reindeer thing, there you go. You have that same fucking image And this is from this is an old thing from when I was doing Nate the Bullet, that I did a little 10-minute video. That's way back. I think it's still up there. Bullet, Bullitt. That probably should be still on there on YouTube. But I go through it much more on the ET whip, which I don't remember the number, but it's I think it's in the early hundreds, whatever. It's easy to see. It's got Mr. Jinx did the thumbnail. He's got ET pushing in my nose, whatever. Anyway. But there you go. There's like one of those images that nobody else seems to. I look. And nobody seems to be pointing this out as well. And I can't be the first. But maybe I am. I always want to be your first, you know. No, I don't. Too much fucking pressure. And I'm too fucking old. Ding! So, nobody else really points that shit out, where that same image from Amblin, the ET thing with them, you know, flying to it, that's the fucking Santa Claus thing with the reindeer, and it's the same thing because it's the red and the white and boomsies and, you know, and that whole thing. And when you're tripping on mushrooms, you connect with people you feel like you're connected just like the way that E.T. and Elliot were connected, to where E.T. drinks the beer, Elliot gets drunk. Oh, and in that thing, remember that? When Elliot is getting drunk at school while E.T.'s drinking the beers, the Coors at commercial. Spoiler alert. What does when Elliot's drunk, what does he do? He goes and he releases the toads. Really sucks that Susie's missing this. I was doing this for her, but luckily she'll watch it back. Or she's probably listening. Sneaky wench. So, you,
Are you talking about me?
No, not at all. So, no, what I was going over was, you know, not only this part that nobody seems to be else pointing out. There's these two images, these iconic images, but nobody's like, oh, you know, they're the same. And they both have the same thing to do with it. I already just explained it, you know, because I like to be redundant. So, but also because the red and the white and, you know, and whatever. And then I was talking about how, you know, when you're tripping on mushrooms with somebody, like if you and I and Juan did, not online like this, but we're actually together, and we all did fucking 5 grams of some good mushrooms. There would be things where we'd be like just looking at each other and being able, and you'd be like, oh, this is what they mean by ESP. There's that kind of shit. That's how connected. And that's what I was explaining was that's why, you know, that whole thing in E.T. where Elliot and E.T. are connected. E.T. drinks the beer, Elliot gets drunk.
Yeah.
And like I said, we were just talking about the toad, right? Well, remember, this is one of the other parts I talk about. What does Elliot do when he's drunk at school? He releases the toads.
That's right. That is right.
Set them free. And what they're really talking about is your pineal gland. And remember, what does E.T. say to him at the end? I'll be right here.
Here, yeah.
And what does he point? His forehead, his pineal gland. Because it's all about tripping. And what is, in the beginning, like you said, it's all dark because what is E.T. doing? E.T. is a giant spore. What does E.T. look like? He looks like a cross between a mushroom and a toad. Now, I'm doing just a little quick summary from that fun fucking, you got to go through the whole thing because I use pictures too. In the beginning where you talked about where it's all dark, what are the things that we're seeing? We're seeing those fingers like just in the dirt underneath pine trees dropping spores. And then they do a pan into the fucking ship. And remember the pan into the ship? Yep. There's 2 different kinds of mushrooms in there. And during this, you keep seeing Peter Coyote's keys, because it's just telling you this whole thing is a key. This whole thing is a key. That's how I see the keys, because it's always on the keys. And that part when when E.T.'s fucking doing this in the dirt, and, you know, with his fingers, all of a sudden what? There's a rabbit. Because you're going down the rabbit hole. Because whenever...
Mm.
And that whole thing with... Easter. The whole Easter egg hunt is mushrooms. That's what it is. Because back in the day, those big bushy trees where the mushrooms grew under, where a bunch of them are gold. The golden mushroom. That's why you see those golden caps on those, a lot of famous buildings. Some of them are in Russia.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So, what are those rubber lamps? So, what the fuck was it saying? Mushrooms, dirt, trees. What was it saying? Easter.
Oh, Easter.
It was easier to have little kids because the trees get really bushy over there. They're really thick, shit, and it's back in the day. It's easier to have little kids go in there and pick those fucking things than for an adult to go under those trees and get all that shit and get in there and get those. That's what the Easter egg hunt really is. It's about mushrooms, eggs, because they look like eggs at the beginning. So, and then, but when it comes to Christmas, those same things, those what they do, the same mushroom, with the caribou loves, which is why they can fly. What happens is those people, what they would do is they'd pick the mushroom, they'd put it in the tree where the sun was hitting it, so it would dry out while they picked more. What does that sound like? Decorating a tree.
Yeah.
Because most of the original ornaments for Christmas trees were fucking mushrooms, and people have a bunch of them. They don't even know why. And then they would put them in sacks, and then they would take them home and put them in sacks and hang them by the fire to dry them out more. The stocking.
Oh, the stocking.
And they
Okay.
lived in yurts, which had a door on the roof, which was also the smoke hole, but also a door on the roof for the winter, because they didn't have snow plows and Siberia, fucking snow. And yurts, it's a dome, which is good because the circulation's better. Igloo, it's made of ice, must be so cold. Well, no, actually, because the dome, the circulation's really nice in there. Even though they're still wearing that fucking sealskin fucking shit. Or when it's really hot, they live in domes because the circulation's better. That's why we're fucking wasting a lot of energy with our flatness. Because, we need bigger titties.
There's a couple of dome houses
But
by
like
me.
Gary said in Weird Science again, another reference, but again, anything more than a handful, you're risking a sprained tongue. So
Yeah, there's a couple of dome houses by me
no kidding.
in our area. Yeah.
There's that one story I remember from years ago. There was a guy in Key West that had lost 2 homes from hurricanes or tropical storms, and started doing research and shit. And he didn't want to get out. He still loved it there. And he ended up building a concrete dome. And then there was one, I don't know how long ago this was, 20-ish years ago. His house was one of the only ones that survived when he built this concrete dome.
Yeah.
He had some cracks, but that was about it. But and there was one of the news crews got news crews, just like Blues Clues and Booze Cruise dudes. News crews. I don't know what channel it was, but they were there with him, and his house was one of the only ones that survived. And it was a dome, mostly concrete. It's great. Anyway.
Yeah, let me see if they're here. But yeah, the dome houses that are here, it looks like it's been there for a while. I don't know if I can find it though.
Oh, the one by your place.
By me, yeah. That's the interview.
Oh. I can't hit play on this end, can I? No. I'm not able to
You
hit
can't?
play. No.
I can.
Go ahead.
Want me to hit play?
Sure. Skim through it. Oh, you got to skim to the front because there's a bunch of, it doesn't come in until like 20 seconds in or something.
20 seconds.
Somewhere around there.
Well, I think that's where we
You
are.
can see from. Oh, no, that's a different video. You jump to videos. That's a performance.
No.
That's not the interview. Somehow you
Oh, it jumped
you hit
videos. Yeah.
you hit that
That's
front you
weird.
hit that forward button. But yeah, now you're just that's cool
Did
though.
I hit
Oh, but because it's plain and
something?
it's heavy, it's cutting through. Yeah, you're it's quite a load for you, if I can say that. Sorry, Juan.
I hit this one, didn't I?
It's okay. But anyway, there's a nice look for newer folks that weren't there for 124 when we talked about
This is the
this shit.
interview right here.
And there's links. I don't know if I put the interview link, but that's what I was saying. If you go to the earlier, I came back. That's what what I was saying about the Luigi page. If you go to the Light My Fun 124, obviously now, there we go. Now in this one, of course, I'll put the link to this now. But what I was saying earlier is you can, obviously when you go to the link that I put in 124, the description, along with where's got the Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, no, Facebook.
Hit like,
Facebook pages.
subscribe.
Facebook page isn't done yet. Is it? Is Facebook
No.
page done?
No.
Oh. So like I said, wait for that. But there's the Instagram and the Twitter.
You'll be there.
And Patreon. And anyway, what was I saying? Oh, in 124 in the description there, I put the Light My Fire link. So if you go to that, unless you just do this, then obviously you see that, and then you can see where that's coming from, what page that's coming from. So you hit that page, and then it's got a whole bunch of other shit. There, finally got through that. Whew. That's a load off. I said load again. It's disgusting.
You want to play
Okay,
this?
well, whatever. Get it off Luigi's face because it's disgusting. I'm kidding. He's great. I'm kidding. He's been really cool. He's done a lot of shit for us. And there we are, babbling. He's asking about how the band, how it came together. And of course, we just lied to him and told him the Doors story. No, that's not what we did. We told him the Led Zeppelin story. And it's pretty cool. And it's I don't know, it's cool because those three guys have known each other for so long. And fucking Dennis and Steve were roommates way back. They fucking hitchhiked to Woodstock together. They'd only made it 30 miles out. But either way, long time. They've been in like 6-7 bands together. And it was pretty cool that, like I explained it when I'm the last to talk, but it's just kind of funny how in when I was like bored, like I need some kind of outlet. I don't want to go do stand up. I don't want to get involved in any other shit. I need some kind of outlet besides the podcast. And I just threw up that fucking, I was drunk, threw up that fucking ad on Craigslist. And those guys, apparently at the same time that I put that up and they saw it, well, Dennis saw it, it was right after he had a discussion with Steve, who had a discussion with Flash about doing something like this. And they're like, oh shit, now we gotta find a singer. Oh shit. Well, we didn't find a singer, but we found a vocalist. who's a real goofy cunt. Done. Anyway, so I love that Dennis put his fucking shades on for that because he wasn't when you watch the rehearsal stuff, he's not wearing them. And then he didn't and then he took them off. He was supposed to be wearing them in the other thing.
Can you hear it when I play it?
No. I didn't hear anything when you played.
Tell me if you hear it.
I heard that little gurgle in my throat. No, I don't hear Steve. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll put the link up anyway.
Okay.
It's mainly for the the folks that are actually looking at it. But for everybody else, I'll put the link in the description. But it's funny, and of course, Flash talks about a little bit, and he doesn't really talk about it, but it gets mentioned how he plays a lot of stuff for old folks' homes during the week. Well, not just during the week, I guess. He does it all the time. Of course, he's 2 other bands. He didn't really talk about that. That's fine. But anyway, the interview was fun. It's like 17 minutes. Yeah, it's a cool little summary of I didn't know we were doing that shit. Steve said, "Hey, my buddy Luigi's coming, and he's gonna film some shit for Channel 5 Portland." I was, "What's Channel 5?" And I don't watch TV. And I just thought if some dude was gonna have his fucking camera, his iPhone, and just helping us out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, and then fucking he's got all these things like, whoa, shit. And then, oh, we're gonna do an interview. Oh, I thought. Oh shit! I didn't know. I didn't even know that was going to happen until after we were done with the rehearsal. This is post rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
We did all the stuff first, and then we did this at the end because you could see Flash is packing up after he gets done talking and hands the microphone to Dennis. He starts packing up. Like, hold up, bro. But he had to go because had to babysit his grandkids.
Oh, Michael wants to know when LA Woman was made. He's asking 71.
When was it made? Well, when it came out was 71. When LA the album came out in 71. I think they probably still started working on it. I guess it was made. It was conceived. I would say probably more at the end of 70, towards the end of 70, in the mid. It was conceived, and they were starting to squirt it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it hadn't they hadn't found the egg yet. But no, they worked on it for many months, and then it came out in 71. And a few months later, Jim went bye, and then a bunch of his shit floated across the ocean, and a month later I was born. And I grabbed a little of it, I guess. I don't know. I just like to say that as a joke. Oh, I didn't even realize. Sometimes I even fucking forget that's back there. Because I was looking at other shit. The poster for the audio only. But anyway, we'll put that up. Oops, sorry. I meant to fucking take that off the screen. I was looking at you in the little thing, talking to you, but I'm like, why well, get that big old thing up there? Anyway, the interview's fun, and the songs, except for just don't watch 20th Century Fox if it pops up. Don't. Ugh. There's a reason why that has the least amount of views that last time I noticed. And I think I said, did I say this on Saturday? Did I say it on Saturday? Where it's kind of cool. Where it's like fucking the third time I listened to the first song, and I was in the mud room, and I had it blaring like old my other music, and I'm like, holy shit! From the distance, not looking at it, and just like, kind of sounds like the Doors live album.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be the more. Try to do that. Do that if you watch it next. If you listen to it again. If you watch any of them. Yeah, don't watch it. Just put it on and go in the other room and have it kind of loud, like you're just see. Wow. Anyway, and especially if you go and you listen to actual Doors live album, because they don't do everything the same. I mean, there's parts mainly, but there's a lot of stuff that's not. They're not like normal tribute bands or whatever kind of bands like that get that get the Let Out or whatever, the Zeppelin one that they like hit. Apparently, they are like right on the nose of every album, every fucking note. As far as I know, that's how they mostly do it. But we mostly do. But no, there's all kinds of shit that I add that's not supposed to be there. But if you want, listen, Jim, like fucking Matthew McConaughey's. All right. That was Jim Morrison. That's where he got that. A lot of people don't know that. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Oh my God, we got fucking 11 minutes left, sweetheart. Been pretty good. Yeah. Mag-Lev Trains. Mag-Lev Trains Solutions. I always want to mention a solution. Look into Mag-Lev Trains. I'll just mention it real quick. Mag-Lev Trains. Mag-Lev Trains. They should be all over this country. There's only one reason that those fucking things aren't all over the country. Have given us great transportation is because they don't burn a lot of energy after they're made, and the corporate cunts that fuck us every single day with a sandy dildo without our permission. Some of you do give them, so those are called zombies. They That's why that shit's not here, and that's why it's bullshit. I've been pushing Mag-Lev for a while. Man, evacuated tube transport's even better. Imagine fucking we could be shooting shit around, people around, just like in the bank thing. The little suction thing. When you go in there to drop your load at the bank. That could be, what was it? ET3 Technologies, I think. They were made. They get a little boost. They got a little boost of popularity when Peter Joseph put them in the second Zeitgeist movie, Addendum, because he wanted to. He put most of that movie's about solutions. Because the first Zeitgeist movie was pointing shit out, and then everybody emailed him after it blew up, going, "Okay, but what do we do?" Oh shit! I guess yeah. It'd be a good idea to make a movie now, make a thing that talks about solutions, and that's where ET3's in there mentioned, and Venus Project, real smart shit. A little too deep for most, bring that shit up for most people, and they turn into Mr. Smith from Agent Smith from, that's where you really start to see that shit from. What am I trying to say? Matrix. Now, I had an older brother and sister. I was thoroughly corrupted. They made me take up the trombone. Oh my God. Did he just say that he was molested? Is that what you're saying there, Michael? We try to stay away from that kind of shit. I don't want to get my, Sorry, bro. Oh, that's because we were talking about PTS. Anyway, I just wanted to say. Okay, just wanted to say.
So, did you recognize? Oh, go ahead.
Whoops. Go ahead. Whoops, I hit the wrong button.
No, did you recognize my picture when I go to the
this?
bathroom? You know who she is?
What the hell is that? Oh, that's supposed to be the Wicked Witch of the West?
That's Witchy Poo from HR Puff and Stuff.
Oh, I never really watched that, but yeah.
HR Puff. You didn't watch HR.
No, you would think. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? And look at that fucking.
That was like my
giant talking mushroom.
My favorite show. I love that show.
It's fun. I mean, I know about it, but I never, when I was a kid, for some reason, that wasn't one of the ones that I watched. Even though I know a whole bunch about it, and I know it's all based in fucking psychedelia. But I've
Puff and Stuff.
Yeah, and I've gone back and I've tried to find things where you go, oh, see. I mean, it's a little too easy. It's kind of like a goofed up version of fucking Alice in Wonderland is really all it is.
Oh man, I love that show.
Or The Wizard of Oz.
Look at those bell bottoms.
I know. Oh, you mean these ones? You mean these bell bottoms?
Those.
Not quite. They're more boot. Mine are boot cut, but they're not.
Boot cut, yeah.
But close enough. Oh wait, I want to see when I get zapped again. Ready? 1, 2. Oh shit!
So
I love that. It's so. God, I love those natural moments. What?
Ask Dennis when he's gonna do his TED Talk. With that outfit.
And he shaved. And one of the things he did do for today, he shaved because normally he's got scruff all over. But fucking, I was like, man, what's up with your? Oh, you shaved? Yeah, you're really clean shaven. I haven't seen you that clean shaven, Steve.
Hilarious.
It's funny. It's funny. He gave me an iPod today.
Oh, did he?
No. Okay, what's that? There goes number 5. That was it. 1, 2, 3 are here. 2. Yeah, so that's 5. That's not bad. That's not bad for a Tuesday, right? Oh shit! I meant to take that off. I'm sorry. Fuck. Gross. I didn't mean to take that off before I looked away and did my stuff. Always remember though. Always remember. E.T. Santa Claus. Same shit. Bing ding. Bada bing bing. Bada boom boom. Bada what? Stop with your crap, man. You ain't no Eminem. No, I'm Emma Z. But this one, yeah, I just stuffed it all into one. You get the reindeer, and you get you get them, and you get a mushy. Oh, and I forgot there is a Santa in there. I put the Santa and the reindeer in the bottom there too, right under
Oh.
that mushy. It's all the same motherfucking thing, my man. It's all the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Just saying. Telling you. Oh, Wayne, that's your opinion. Eat a dick. It's not an opinion. It is. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Son
I
of...
don't-
Like I said,
don't
it
get anything.
is fact. Because, you know, that actually is kind of what it sounds like Lisa says. Fact. Right? Ready? Fact.
Hey, yeah. Actually.
It's a motherfucking fact, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
As my pops would say. All right, what do we got here? Remove that. Oh, shit. Did it do it by itself? It did it by itself. Oh, you did it. You did it because you so strong like... I love that shit. And so does Juan. Every time I play that, he squirts, you know. Oh, wait. He probably tells you that. He whispers it in your ear every night now. So we got 4 minutes left. So you clean the steak smell off you. You made steak tonight?
I took a shower. Yes, I made steak.
What any
In the-
special way?
T-bone steaks.
Ooh.
Made them in the air fryer. They come out really well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Juicy.
And juicy. So one thing I learned from watching all the Food Network shows, they tell you have to cook them. Before you cook them, they have to be room temperature. And then you pat them dry. What I do is I put some olive oil or avocado oil. Those are the only oils other than coconut oil and love oil that I have here at home. Just kidding. Coconut oil works just fine. Anyway, you put some of the, olive oil or whatever, and then you season it however you want. I just do salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic. Cook it in the air fryer.
A little bit of paprika. That's what I do. That's
yeah,
basically
whatever you want.
what you just did. That what you just said. That's what I do on my chicken thighs that I make 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
With the
I like
olive oil on
paprika.
the olive oil on the aluminum foil, so
Yeah.
it doesn't stick. And then I move it up like that so it doesn't splatter too much. Because I've also put butter on my thighs, chicken.
I finish it with butter. Yep.
Yeah.
So after they're cooked, I put some butter. We have a compound butter just to be a little fancy.
Ooh.
It's got like lemon and thyme. I think
The way you
It's
said that,
really
all of a
good.
sudden, I'm thinking it made me think of being constipated. The way you said compound, it's gonna compound your
No,
intestines.
it's a fancy compound butter.
Oh,
And then
Butter?
after it's done, I put that on there. Yeah, they turned out great, juicy. Nice medium.
What was your
medium to
veg?
medium well.
What was your veg? I mean veg.
We just did that with avocado, and then I seared some onions in the cast iron skillet, and we had those.
I am so fucking hungry right now.
Yeah, and that's what we had. It was good.
Damn, Sam. Well, I know, if I ever visit there or you ever visit here, I know what you're going to be making the first night. Bring your air fryer.
All right, I
I'm
will.
kidding. We have.
But yeah, I was surprised. I'm surprised how
My
well.
mom's got some of this.
Yeah.
She's got 2 of everything.
I always used to go through the whole thing of searing them on the cast iron skillet first.
That
then
most
putting-
important thing was when the one you mentioned was the whole thing about the room temperature.
Yeah, room
And then patting
temperature
them
and
dry.
pat them dry. And then I'd sear them in the cast iron skillet and then finish them in the oven. But it's just so much work. I like the air fryer is just put them in the air fryer and they turn out really well. I was surprised.
That's also good for pork chops, which usually end up
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
dry,
yeah.
because pork chops make you go,
Yep.
oh, and there she goes. What a way to end it, man. At one point, I didn't know if I even wanted to do it because I was so tired. But some bitch, we did it again. Go watch Corbett Report. Do whatever you want to do. Jimmy Dore, Russell Brand, Kim Iverson, Glenn Greenwald. Anyway, look for yourself. I'm just a fun babbling lecturer, and Susie's my backup. Remember, all Neo. Yeah, like. Raul Neo, AK1, sorry ran long, had to bump comedian Sam Kinison. Thanks, Gary. Daddy loves you. And Mommy loves Sarah, right?
Yes, MoMA.
MoMA.